Hey guys, happy Mother's Day. These are just some Mother's Day reflections that wanted to come through as I was processing the energy of the day, especially with the moon in Pisces today. It's a very sensitive point in the chart right now, the collective chart, because Pisces rules the collective consciousness. So, regardless of what your relationship is to your mother, right? On this Mother's Day, the focus is the mothering aspects of us, our own personal mothers. So, whether your mother has transitioned and left this realm and is off to the next realm, whether you are very close to your mom, she's your next door neighbor and your best friends. Perhaps if maybe you're estranged from your mother and you haven't spoken to her in a while, or you're angry with your mom, there's might have been some misunderstandings, there's some power dynamics happening right now, especially with Mars and Cancer and Venus in Cancer. This is just a good reflection point wherever you are in the realm of your mother. You know, whether you know your mother or not. Has your mother been present or absent from your life, or are you adopted? You know, again, the parental roles, the aspects of us that are our parents ourselves. So, you know, where do we mother ourselves? Where do we mother our families? Even for the fathers out there, the masculine in the masculine form. Where do you have to be mom and dad? Same with moms out there who play the mom and dad role, right? So the focus really is on parenting, and we get two of these pointed focuses twice a year, really, the mother and the father. Father's Day is in June. And so May, right now, this time of year, especially as we're moving into the summer and we're coming out of this spring energy, and with the focus being the mother, it's there's so many dynamics with the mother and with the feminine in general. And the feminine is so deeply unknowable. She's unknown, she's mysterious. In when you look at frequencies, in energy, she's the negative, right? You have a positive charge and a negative charge, and those polarities, and that's what makes the battery run, or that's what makes the electrical currents in our systems run, right? The masculine and the feminine aspects of ourselves. So in this realm, in this dimension, the masculine has been very dominant, very predominant, right? So that's the what we call the positive charge or the light charge. But the mother or the feminine, the negative, which, you know, words and language in this realm, the spell casting of the negative in the mind denotes, you know, not good, right? So we already have this aspect of this component with the feminine being from the dark or the void, being in the negative. And again, these are just frequencies, but yet they've also translated into judgments. Now, whether these judgments have stemmed from our own personal relationships with our mothers, because, you know, mothers, they do the best they can in this realm, or not, you know, depending on what kind of mothering you've experienced, or what kind of mother you be, or even how you mother yourself, right? How do you nurture yourself? Because you really want to look at the energy of the feminine, and what the feminine really means in terms of frequency. It's our ability to receive. It's our reception. It's the places that energy flows into us without us having to do anything, like water, you know, flowing on to the ocean. It flows gently and it maneuvers around obstacles. It's the part of us that can magnetize things into ourselves. And so, wherever you are in this now moment, whatever frequency or relationship you might be experiencing with your own mother, as the focus is the mother, this is a reflection point. If you're looking at astrology, especially if you're looking at your own birth chart, to look at the moon sign in your chart. So the moon represents the mother, and it also could represent some dynamics or situations with your mother that you might want to be looking at. So, for example, I have my moon in Scorpio in the 12th house, right? So the moon represents the mother in Scorpio, which is transformation, death, taxes, other people's money. And in the 12th house, that are things that are hidden, things that are underneath. It's very subconscious. So I know I can just reflect on my own energy that this lifetime has definitely been about healing the wounds of the mother. 12th house is, you know, past lives, karmic, especially with the moon being there. It's very emotional. I had a very intense relationship with my mom, a lot of power dynamics, because Pluto, ruled by Pluto, and is a Scorpio. So I'm just reflecting on some of the frequencies I had to work with within my own feminine. But I will tell you, astrology gave me insight knowing that, wow, okay, this is a harder aspect. This is a more challenging aspect. There are these dynamics at play within my own, first of all, feminine nature, but also with the mother that represents how I learned to be feminine in this realm. So it helped me to navigate and realize that the true alchemy, Scorpio, was going to be forgiveness and compassion, Pisces, because 12th house, and unconditional love, just acceptance for whatever happened in the past, whatever psychic wounds or imprints that I received from childhood. Those were the same psychic wounds and imprints that she had received and her mother before her. And so this was like generational wounding that I had to go back and deep dive into. But again, knowing my chart and knowing that, hey, this is a heavier energy with my moon, with my relationship to my mother. But now I know, because I understand the energy or understand, or at least I'm aware of it, I can navigate through it. I can flow around the obstacles of maybe the negative aspects that could show up, or the negative, what word am I looking for? The situations that have come up because of the moon in Scorpio in the 12th house for me. And because 12th house is also the place we imprison ourselves, right? So that's also the place where there's a silence and where we can go crazy because of not understanding our own feminine nature or our mothers, or the wounds, and how to forgive the wounds of the mother. Because, everybody has wounds with the parents. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. We all have karma that we had to face within our families, with ourselves. So with the moon in Pisces today, it's such an opportunity to have and embody these Pisces energies, which is true forgiveness, true compassion, true understanding that, we chose our parents for better or worse. And whether you believe it or not, again, Pisces also rules, beliefs. And what do you believe to be true? Do you believe that you chose your parents, that you chose your mom, perhaps to learn certain things, to have certain experiences? Whether it's true or not, could the perspective of giving you sovereignty and saying, yes, I had free choice to choose this, because we are sovereign beings. And beyond this realm, beyond this human form right now, we don't know what else is out there beyond death, beyond where we came from, the life that we emerged from, right? This is all still a deep mystery, which is also Pisces. But a way to connect to that aspect of yourself, that nature, that feminine aspect, especially with moon in Pisces, is through meditation, through yoga, through breath work, through your spiritual practices, working with water, massaging your feet. Pisces rules the feet, taking an Epsom salt bath, maybe doing a detox in the feet so you can get clarity. Do it before bed, because you also enter the dream state in the Neptunian realms when we dream. So anyway, these are just, again, points of reflection, points of observation that you could be looking at if you can, and just honoring the sensitivities of whatever it is you may be experiencing on this Mother's Day, positive or negative, right or wrong, whatever feeling, emotion comes up, let it come up. The motion of the ocean, Pisces, it's there for us to see and to feel and to experience. We still get to feel. We're not all detached Aquarian, even though some astrologers say we're entering the Pisces age of Aquarius. It's not the time to be detached, but it is the time to allow ourselves to deep dive into the deeper parts of ourselves. And with the trine in Scorpio North Node, we know how to do this, or South Node rather. We know how to do this. We know how to alchemize. But it requires us facing our dark side, the dark mother. You also might want to look at Black Moon Lilith in your chart as well to see what sign Black Moon Lilith is in, because that's the part of us that are rebellious and will not be mastered or will be dominated, which is also very feminine as well. So Yeah, take a look at your chart. Study the moon. Get to really know your own composites, your configuration, because the moon also represents, our emotional nature, um, the things, the parts of us that are hidden, that are not seen. And so this is also the sign that's in the house that the moon is in can show not only the frequency of that surrounds your memories, your emotional nature, your mother. It can represent some of the dynamics that you may have to work through in this lifetime. And then in the house placement, it shows you where you have to work through these dynamics. So, anyway, these are just points of reflection on this Mother Day. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I know it's a little bit of a longer video, but I just felt it necessary for myself included as I'm reflecting on my own mothering, my own nurturing, my own feminine qualities, and how I can do to just really learn to embody and nourish and bring those qualities into a more harmonious expression through me, and I don't know, and allow another version of the feminine, another relationship with the feminine aspect to come through. So, all right, guys, I love you. Thank you for watching. Blessings to you on this Mother's Day. Bye.